What was the experience like of having an MTV show? Like, was that a moment when when they picked up that show, did it feel like a life-changing moment?
Yeah, I was young, so it just felt cool. It was like, oh, like, 'cause MTV was cool back then.
Yeah,
so it was like, it felt just like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, I don't know if I necessarily felt like Canada's so different than America. Like, it's such a smaller amount of fame, you know what I mean? But I think it also set me up for like, my whole life's been this like slow climb. So like, it kept me very like level-headed. And I think it was the perfect amount of just like people knowing who I am, but like in a very small way. Yeah, it was pretty wild. And like, I remember we like got flown down to New York and went on Anderson Cooper to get like interviewed. And then like, he kicked us off the show. And like, it was like that feeling of like, we're young and we're in like we're in a limo and like, we're in New York and we're heading to like, you know, where they do like, I don't even know if it is like the Ellen show or something, but I remember seeing like other shows being like, I was like on the lot and like, remember that feeling of like, whoa, is this like happening? And then the show got canceled, but we started doing a second season and it got canceled.
What was your relationship with like fame at that time? Like you were saying, it's like, it was a comfortable amount of fame, but like even your first taste of getting in a limo, people knowing who you are, like, did you enjoy that? Was that something that like felt really good?
It probably was like the only time I experienced it and like, I liked it. Cause it was like everyone's first year is like, it's like, oh, it's cool. Or like, this is like, like, it's like new. Yeah. So it's exciting. But I've never enjoyed it ever since. I don't think like, that's why I've just, I don't know. I'm sure one day I don't want to be on camera at all if I don't have to be. I don't know. It's a very weird thing that like a lot of people know who you are and about your life and you know nothing about them. And it just makes all these very weird interactions when you want to have a normal life. You don't have a normal life. You don't, you know? And I do feel like I'm pretty out of the limelight now, especially not being in NELK and stuff anymore. But it's still there. I think you just learn how to deal with it. But
at what point did it get to an uncomfortable level? If you look at MTV show gets canceled. Yeah. I know you started uploading to YouTube after that. Yeah. More so. At what point do you reach uncomfortable fame?
The second year of NELK, I'd say. I don't know exactly on a year, but there was definitely a point where I remember it like shifting where it was, I remember we used to like come home, like I'd go get groceries when I first came to LA and I'd come back and it'd be like Lucas and Kyle and whatever at the house. And I'd be like, oh dude, a guy noticed. Like I remember telling them, like you could count on your hands how many times someone noticed you. You'd be like, yeah, dude, this guy, and he's like, he said he saw our like Coke prank or like whatever. And it's just funny, but then you hit a certain point where you drive by a coffee shop and you're like, oh, like I could probably just make coffee at home. Right. Because I don't want to
deal with that.
I don't want to deal with it. Yeah. And I don't like that part of it where I kind of became a hermit and I just didn't want to, you work out at home, you watch movies at home, you do everything at home and you're just like, kind of like, I've found a way to just like embrace it though and be like who cares? Yeah.